I would rather be with a woman with a flat butt, like pancakes, than to be with a woman with BBL. I see this all the time at the gym. Some girls go get BBL done and come to the gym and be oppressing other girls with a BBL and making these girls thinking that BBL is the way. Everybody is going at him like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that on the internet. Women do this all the time. They'll go to the internet talking about how the dude he can make love to her. His private area is too small, yada yada, and then blah 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 stuff like that, right? But I don't condone that behavior. I don't think it's cool for a man to go on social media talking about woman privacy and she smells, she doesn't smell. I get it. Some certain things is meant to keep to yourself. Everything is not meant for the social media. I know good publicity, bad publicity, they're all publicity, but at the end of the day, there are some certain things that are just is out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we all trade our moral compass for something, instant, going viral and all this nonsense. I'm not saying that Stefon is a celebrity, but I just think he shouldn't have said that. Should have addressed that with her, and even if he was asked the reason why he broke up with her, you know, he should have just made something up and don't say nothing about that. So now we know the reason why upset broke up with her, right? It's hard for you to be with a woman that, you know, that I don't want to use the word, but that give you that type of fragrance. It's hard. But at the same time, these girls that keep going to this doctor's table, they will work and work and work. Even those that have 9 to 5 jobs will work and work and work and work and save their money and travel to all these countries to get BBL done. And at the end of the day, there's some girls that will be on the internet talking about looking for a real man when everything about you is screaming fake. You get your lip done, you get your butt done, you get your breast done, you get everything done. You do lipo, you do all kind of stuff. You talking about somebody being fake. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I can never get it for the life of me. Let's listen to this guy more. I'll be back.
So I guess Cardi B's new boyfriend broke up with her and claims that her BBL stinks.
Oh my God!
When Cardi B finally broke up with Offset, many of Cardi B's fans were so excited. It was a sad story, and Cardi B was being abused, she was being cheated on, and she was being manipulated by the
big bad wolf named Offset.
Like a Tyler Perry movie, she found a person that was going to change her life. No longer will she be dealing with dusty-ass Offset who had bad gambling problems. She was going into the arms of an NFL athlete who was rich, successful, and according to many Cardi B's fans, good looking. And he was going to be the guy to change everything for her.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all can hate on Cardi and Stefondiggs all y'all want, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, baby. And that goes for many things. The difference between a boy and a man, the difference between the way a woman acts when she's with a boy and a man, the difference between a man loving the woman for her and a man loving the woman for the idea of her. Like, I feel like Cardi B with Offset was Cardi B. Cardi B with Stefondiggs is Belcalis, like two different versions of her. And it's crazy because everybody keeps trying to say that Stefondiggs love bombing Cardi B, and to be honest, if he is, she ain't dumb. One thing about Cardi, she's not dumb. I feel like she only put up with as much as she did from Offset because of the kids and the marriage. Without that, I think she would have been gone. But y'all know Cardi is real big on loyalty. You can literally look at Cardi between the two and tell the difference. Like with Offset, the way she dressed, the way she talked, the way she acted, and I think that it was honestly genuinely a reflection of her and her relationship, the way she was treating being treated by him. But with Stefon, it's totally different. And like I said, not only in the way of how he's treating her, how she dresses, how she's been carrying herself, how she's been talking. Like, it's two different forms of her. Like, same person but different people.
Her fans were even saying, listen, you see how she's changing, she's glowing, and you know how women would be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. We love to see it.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Let's even get into some of the comments. Look at this. Andrea Babb says, you are so right. Christine was like, literally, she's so soft and feminine with Stefon. When she was with Offset, she was always in fight or flight mode, all gangster, always on edge. But now it's like she can finally breathe. If Stefon really turns out to be her Prince Charming, they could last a long time. And honestly, she might be the one to finally tame him. I love that for her. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, her fans were just like so happy for her. But not everybody was sold on Offset.
Nothing about that is a win. Nothing about that is like a dig to Offset the way you think it is. It is, but it ain't. Like, could he be somewhere in his feelings? Possibly. But at the end of the day, she has not upgraded. Because Stefon Diggs, as far as his character goes, is not a better man.
Uh-oh. Some folks didn't think that Stefon Diggs was an upgrade. He just really wasn't a better man. Then DJ Academics called a lot of slack for predicting this.
Like, I hate to even say it, bro. Yo, let's see from a year from now, Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. Cardi B got 3 children, bro. When niggas get with single moms, bro, niggas be in there like Six Flags, man. And as soon as, like, they've been on the ride too much times, yo, go back to your baby dads, man. Yo, listen, I got a new ride, man. Like, this is a new amusement park over there. I be telling y'all, I be like, this is why when chicks be like, I'm outside, I'm like, you got kids, you shouldn't be outside. You should be inside looking, but whatever. You see, I love, you know, we got new age mentality from women. They think they could be. Go ahead. Let me tell you this. Every chick think there's more Russell Wilsons. There's one Russell Wilson. Ain't no other trying to come do that. Every other they get up in there, they start beating it up, but it always get old after a year. And then they realize, oh, shit, I need to take it to the next level. I got to be taking pictures with you and this little, ain't even my little, I'm good.
Got him.
And I mean, that's kind of harsh for Academics to put it like that, but knowing the kind of guy that Stefon Diggs and the opportunities that he has, and knowing the kind of woman that Cardi B has, I mean, listen, nobody was surprised to hear and to find out what we heard today. And we saw a few hours ago that Cardi B deleted all of Stefon Diggs' photos from Instagram, and now fans are speculating they've broken up. And it's all over social media. And if you're on X, they have something called Grock, which is like an AI. And people wanted to know if this was actually the truth. This person goes, Grock, is this actually real? And Grock responds,
yes. Reports from sources like Hindustan Times America confirm Cardi B deleted all Stefon Diggs photos from her Instagram today, fueling breakup rumors. Diggs has removed hers, adding uncertainty. Damn.
Then comments still kept coming in. Suarez says, bro didn't renew the 30-day trial. Another person went and asked Grock again, Grock, are they going to get back together? What happened? Grock answers again later.
Based on latest reports, Cardi B has deleted all Stefon Diggs photos from her Instagram, fueling breakup rumors. No confirmed details on what happened. Reconciliation is uncertain. Their relationship was brief and public time will tell.
Another person goes, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Rewind! Now guys, this speculation of Stefon Diggs and Cardi B breaking up, it's tied to a rumor that happened not so long ago with a young lady on TikTok by the name of Trapper75. Now, Stefon Diggs and Cardi B recently went up to Europe, but you know what happened is that recently one of these ladies that was on the boat cruise with him is named Trapper75. And so Trapper75 released some photos and videos from inside of Stefon Diggs' mansion. Now, if you can look at this screen grab, the Stefon Diggs side chick Trapper posting a video on TikTok at his Maryland mansion. All right. And then there's another screen grab of him at the Maryland mansion. And if you could also look at this photo, I believe she is the lady that's in the black right in front of him. So she was actually on the boat with Stefon Diggs, and she has some video footage of inside his house, and she posted this up to Instagram. Now, once this information came out, Tasha K went and did a really good job of comparing the photos and putting the information out there. And then we found out that Stefon Diggs was following her from the burner account. And so once the news started spreading rapidly, Trapper75 came out and publicly said this.
Really quick, I just want to apologize for a video that was posted because I don't want it to continue to insinuate a story that is untrue. I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm not really used to the app for real, but nonetheless, I'm not connected to anybody in a relationship, nor do I have any prior history with anybody in a relationship, nor was I there at the house for somebody in a relationship. So any stories based on these allegations are absolutely false. And I hope nobody has to be tied to these false pretenses.
Now, a few days after that, Cardi B's deleting the photos from Stefon Diggs from her social media. And now the fans are trying to give Cardi B advice.
So Cardi B going through another breakup. Say she done took Stefon or whatever his name, pictures down off of her Instagram. Ladies, y'all guys know how to just date and be quiet. Date and just be private with your relationship until you really see that it's really locked in and it's solid. You know what I'm saying? If not, you're going to be looking like a fool out here. I felt that she needed to let herself air out. You know what I'm saying? As women, we grow. We are not the same people. I told y'all, she is not the same person she was on Love and Hip Hop. She's been married. She have children. You know what I'm saying? We got to find out who we are.
Now, again, I'm not a Cardi B hater. I'm not the biggest fan of Cardi B and what she represents. But the reality is out there. Number one, Cardi B presents herself in a certain kind of way. And I understand, hey, this is how she's made her money and built her fan base. But, if you're a person that has like a BBL, you're a woman that is, very sexual and you have the attitude that Cardi B has, well, the only kind of man that you're going to get is a guy like Stefon Diggs who, hey, he's there for a little time, but not a long time. And you got to also understand that, hey, she does have 3 children by Offset. She's technically still married. And a lot of women want somebody to be Russell Wilson for Cardi B or even for themselves. But a Russell Wilson kind of guy doesn't want a woman like Cardi B. A Russell Wilson kind of guy wants somebody like Sierra, who is, very beautiful. And Cardi B is good looking too. But also she fits into a particular narrative of what a wife could be, which is, very feminine to a certain degree, somebody you can show off, somebody who takes care of business, and somebody who doesn't want to be outside. Cardi B wants to be outside. Like literally, don't she got a song called Outside or something like that? And so Cardi B wants to do whatever she wants to do. And a man who wants a wife is not probably going to pick out a lady like Cardi B. Furthermore, look at what Cardi B was doing on social media towards Offset. Now, again, I understand that Offset was not a perfect person, but to blast him and call him the B word and out of his name, that's going to turn off a lot of successful men. And that's exactly what Cardi B has done. She is attracted to men like Offset and Stefon Diggs for a certain reason, because that's the best she can get. No man who's really, really decent and really respectable will deal with a lady, in my honest opinion, like Cardi B. And it's not to say that she's a bad person. She just has the look that attracts the kind of guys like Stefon Diggs. I mean, hey, when you get BBLs and, different color wigs and stuff like that, I mean, you're going to pretty much put yourself out there to a certain kind of man. And it's usually the kind of man that's not faithful. It's the kind of man that's, not solid. It's the kind of man that's, everything that women complain about, the F-boy energy and all of that. And unfortunately, you're advertising to the kind of man that you're attracted to, but is no good for you. And most ladies don't care that that's their level of attraction they're putting out there to the world. They complain about it all the time, but what you're telling people is this is what you want. And again, that's something that women got to work on. Reminds me of one of my best friends. Like I said, he'll do anything to get one of these girls with a big old juicy booty, but when it comes to the fact that they don't care about him or, they're not necessarily respectful, he always got something to say. But he still can't stop going over here trying to clap these cheeks. But
I have a friend of mine that always said, you know what? I don't really like girls with BBL. Why? He said, because, I just don't like girls with BBL. I said, okay. And every now and then I always see him with girls with BBL. I like, but you said that you don't really like girls with BBL in terms of like dating them or having, intimacy with them. He said, oh, sometimes I just want to try it out. I just want to see what it feels like. So he was like, you know what? I don't really need them. I just want it. That's it. So there's a difference between wanting something and needing something, right? Basically, when it comes to wifing her, that is not what he wants from her, right? So he's just using her to pass time, which doesn't really make sense. So for me, it just don't make sense, with these women working hard or making this money and going to the hospital, laying on the table for the doctor to slide them, slides them up and down. You get their butt done, get their face done, get their lip done, get their nose done, lipo, all kind of stuff. Like, I don't know why people body dysmorphia is another level in today's society. So it is a whole messy. It's messy right here. With that being said, folks, please subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.